So today we're doing some odd jobs around the bus. Starting off this morning, we are cutting a strip off of the edge of this wall piece that goes behind the dinette, and we're going to sand it down a little bit, make it look nice. That way, when we have the time, we can go ahead and stain it and dress it up a little bit. But for the rest of the day, we are going to focus on preparing to build our overhead cabinets. So there's a few things we got to do before that. The first couple things is we have to patch a hole, or actually a couple holes in the side of the bus. So there's a hole in the side where they had an air conditioner, and there's another hole that I believe was the vent for the hot water heater. So both of those need to get patched with a piece of aluminum. We're gonna take a piece of aluminum and actually rivet it over the side of the bus. We'll caulk around the edges before we put the aluminum on, and then we'll rivet it on. That way all of it's sealed up. Then today we're going to test fit the fridge, and I think we're also going to do a little bit of framing work on the side of the bus to prepare to build cabinets. So that's about all we're going to do today. Just some odd jobs, got to get a few things done. That way hopefully soon we'll be able to build our overhead cabinets and get the ball rolling on that project. Alright, so you want to leave that for now? You want to leave that for now? Alright, let's,
Cabinets.
no, we gotta do this aluminum first.
I don't want it.
No, but this is the only dry day we've had, so.
Do you remember which rivets we're using?
No.
That's not helpful. I have a rivet gun. Incinerator.
Hello? Actually, I did bring the tape measure. I just forgot that I had it. Alright. So, at one point in time, the last owners cut this hole right into the side for an air conditioning unit, like the regular ones that go in the window of the house. And they kind of I don't know why they cut it here, but it really sucks because on the bottom here we have this seal, which is actually like a gutter basically. It's hollow. There's a cavity on the top, so it catches any water that comes off the roof and it runs to the front or the back of the bus. And since they cut right above it, you can't remount the seal in there, and there's nowhere for us to actually put rivets there. So I think what we're going to have to do is push the seal back in as best as we can, and then try to run our aluminum down in here, rivet it and seal it on the sides, and rivet, seal it on the top, which is also going to be tough because they cut it right as the bus roof starts to roll back away. So this is going to be a little bit of a pain to do, but I think we're just going to do the best we can, and hopefully it seals. So 18.5 inches wide, and then if we're gonna underhang into this, we're probably gonna want to go about to there. So 13.25. So 18.5 by 13.25, and then I gotta vacuum all this out and put the seal back in before we put that up. But 18.5 and 13.25 is our measurement for the aluminum. So we're getting ready to put the aluminum up on the side of the bus here. We have no air compressor over here, but that's okay. We don't really need one, as we are going to use the bus's air tanks. I put a fitting on here. That way, when the bus is on and it pressurizes the air tanks, we can actually use that through an air hose as like shop air, so we can fill the tires, run air-powered tools. The rivet gun that we're using is actually air-powered, so I'm gonna try and stick you guys up under here and see if you can see. But this is under, oh Tater, thank you. It's under the front bumper of the bus, and you can see right there, there's an air fitting that basically will allow us to use air tools or fill up our tires on the road if we ever have to. But I figured that would come in handy. We went ahead and used a stainless steel one. That way, since it's up under the front bumper, it's going to see a lot of road grime and salt and whatnot. So we wanted to avoid as much corrosion as possible, and hopefully that helps out. So let's see if I can get you guys up under there again. All right. This is going to be impossible to do one-handed, I can tell. It's a little tight in here, but basically, you know, just plugs in regular air hose. There we go. So now I'm gonna go ahead and basically just fire up the bus, let it build up pressure, and then we can start using the rivet gun in a bit when it's all pressurized. All right, so basically we're about to fire the bus up to get some air pressure so we can use air tools, but I don't know, the bus probably hasn't been started in like a month. Right now it's about 30, 31 degrees-ish. So relatively cold for a diesel, I guess. It's not horrible though. Go ahead and hopefully it starts. Right up. Alright. There we go. You can hear the compressor starting to do compressor things. So next we're just going to cut this piece of aluminum. We'll stick it up where it needs to go, do some cleaning up there to make everything fit right, and make the caulk stick so that we actually get a good seal. Then we're going to go ahead and rivet that in place. dropped my rivet.
We're riveting the holes on the inside.
Okay, so the way these little rivets work, if you've never seen one, basically you got this shank that the tool grabs onto. You got this little lip ring here, and then this collar goes around that shank, and welded to the end of the shank there's a little ball. So the tool actually grabs the shank here and pulls, and it pulls this ball through this collar. And what that does is it fattens this collar out inside of the hole that we drilled, and that holds it on, and then the tool cuts or breaks this rivet shaft off, so that you're just left with the flat rivet like you see here, but they hold pretty firmly. So for this application, these are going to work pretty good. If my hole was lined up, they would work great, but I didn't line my hole up very well.
Peter Bud Cool. You wanna say hi? Can you say hi? Good boy.
You want some ice cream? Hello, are you filming? Okay, I think it's filming. What's your thoughts? It does fit. It's not amazing, but it's not horrible. Actually,
So this is the fridge we bought. I don't think they've seen the fridge. It needs to be cleaned,
a little
obviously.
bit. It's not horrible though. So it's a 12 volt.
We do have
Or-
a freezer, which is nice.
Yeah, so it's 12 volt or regular like AC voltage. Can do either or. I think this is where we planned on setting it originally, and our biggest fear was just that the freezer was going to be super high. To be honest with you,
It doesn't bug me.
it's not as bad as I thought. If you have like a little stool.
Little step stool, yeah. Literally this.
Yeah.
Literally like this.
You can get in there, right? Yeah.
Oh, so this will have two shelves.
Yeah, you got it. You just gotta go back through. Oh, in the slot. Oh, I fixed that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Freezer.
Freezer.
It's actually a decent
This
sized
looks,
freezer.
it's just huge because we're used to that.
I know.
This is like massive.
This is still like smaller than a regular.
No,
fridge.
but it's
like half,
massive to
It's
me.
like half the size of a regular refrigerator. It has
It's the
drawers.
perfect size for two of us though.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, we're making do with that one, and honestly, it's not been that bad. I just wish we had more freezer space for like game if we go like hunting and stuff. But this is perfect.
I think it'll look a lot better once like wood's on the bottom and this area is done.
But we definitely have enough room. I would leave it like that. If we put it up a little more onto this, I think we're gonna be too close.
Yes.
So we'll make that as low as we can. So we're gonna end up chopping this board off here. There's not gonna be a board here, and I think we might take this board out and put it in between the ends there, because that's going to be where we want the end of the cabinets, right here. Da-da-da-da-da. Maximum efficiency.